since the last vid. Just to inform you all, you're doing fine and well. So today's vid is about how to play Die of Death. This guide is intended for beginners, as it do W11 days of playtime. So correct me if I get something wrong. Okay, let's get on the video. So like to start, there are two sides to the game, civilians and killers. They're mainly self-explanatory, but there are custom mechanics, like synergies which will be explained later, and special rounds too. Those will be explained later too.
Fresh meat.
So, as a civilian, you have 3 cards that have 2 abilities each. I won't list every ability, but some are better than their Forsaken counterparts, mainly block and punch. For some abilities I will explain, even though you can read it by holding your cursor or finger above the ability icon to read their usage. For the abilities I'm gonna explain, primarily Banana Peel, even though it's self-explanatory. Cloak, as of this update. And lastly, how to use Dash. So Banana Peel is self-explanatory. You pull out a grenade launcher and shoot a banana peel. If you or the killer step on it, any of you get ragdolled. It also has a custom LMS V Artful, as part of lore or something, where it gets hella buffed and reduces cooldown to 1s. It deals 25 damage and goes insanely fast and gives knockback to Artful if hit. You can also kill Artful during the LMS as it's extended by 15s. Only LMS W that extension. Cloak as of the current update. This is old footage pre-update. Has been buffed with its cooldown to 40s instead of 50. Upon using it, you stand still and can regen stamina during its duration, 8s. It is viable against Harken and Evil Scary, since it makes 0 noise and can't be detected by Evil Scary, similar to Stalk. For Dash, it requires some decent stand management, not too much, since it's viable against Pursuer's Cleave. And added on, you can do some interesting stuff with it, though it's patched and a badware boosted by 2 computers counters anyway. It has a short cooldown and can be used no matter how much stand you have. It would require 35 stand, but can be used below that amount. Special rounds occur after every 3 to 4 normal rounds. There are 5 special rounds in total. Double Trouble has a custom LMS, not the normal DT LMS, I mean Y2K. Gunslinger, Evil Scary, self-explanatory. 1 bounce, Dination. So to start, I will explain Double Trouble as of the current update, and how to win as civilian. To begin with, you have base stats 100 stand and 100 horsepower that depends on your deck. Bonus Pad removes 10 max HP. Caretaker removes 25 max HP. Revolver removes 10 max stand. Hot Dog removes 5 max stand every time it's used but heals HP. The main part, however, is having a care pad, as it is extremely useful if you don't get targeted. But the minus 35 max HP is a problem, but the 50% less damage is a significant part of DT as it changes the significance of the round. However, the LMS is a bigger issue, as if it gets to that point, it becomes very situational because it depends on a few stuff, such as your abilities and the killer combination plus positions plus competence. As to win, to be honest, it depends on your stamina management and abilities. An AoE stun is good but a bit unviable, Cloak is insanely good and Dash is good too. Adrenaline ISNT that good because of Endlag, but Block is viable since 10 horsepower game is good. For the second, I'll explain how to play Evil Scary, even though it's mainly self-explanatory. So to start, Evil Scary deals damage scaling with killer max HP. I haven't known how much for most, but I know Badware takes 250 damage per Evil Scary hit. But for civilians, it's an instant kill unless you have Hot Dog. One thing is that on the older Evil Scary rounds, if you had block his entire Ari breaks and he would do 0 damage to anything. To counter Evil Scary, as of current update, you can use some viable abilities. Some of those are Punch, if Evil Scary is close and the killer is chasing you as it provides 3 seconds of stun. Added on that evil scary can catch up if it's close. Dash because you can get distance and dodge the attacks. Cloak isn't viable since it's got buff to 40s and prevents evil scary protecting you. Adrenaline isn't too viable but gives insane distance. However, its end-lag can be a punishing factor. General knowledge is that evil scary goes for the killer more often, but targets the closest being within attacking range. Evil Scary has 2 moves as of the current update. His normal attack, which is just a normal jump. His special attack, where he stops in place, then does 6 consecutive jumps. He has a giant head and 2 hands. The hands don't deal damage because the head is the main hitbox that kills. The next round I'll explain is how to not be an idiot in Gunslinger, as I see some people rush too much, maybe me included, to the killer. So Gunslinger is a special round, where everyone gets revolver plus punch and have 2x damage, but can't stun the killer as instead they give knockback. Revolver does 50 DMG, base, and punch 25, base. One thing to do here is to take distance as revolver is a bit viable, deals 100 damage, but gives little knockback. However, punch deals 50 damage and gives insane knockback. Another thing is that if it's Vigilante Showdown during that round is that revolver deals 175 damage instead of 125. So now, I will explain one bounce. It's a bit dependent on the both sides' competence and the killer combinations, the survivor abilities. Some optimal decks are dash and block, punch and dash, adrenaline plus dash. That's some for now. So to start off, one bounce is like being jumped in hell, except there are some things. You get plus 40 max HP for every killer and plus 150 max damage, but you have to survive the rest of the server for 115. One thing to rely on is that you have to have the lowest amount of killers on you, as to minimize damage and keep high HP. The final part is within the last 20 seconds. As it becomes the final stretch to keep your HP. IMO try to keep at least 175 horsepower if there's 8 killers, or you could die if unlucky. For the 1 bounce maps, 1 bounce only occurs on Roblox HQ and Temple, as it's exclusive to those for an apparent reason. Though IMO, it should have more maps to play with. 1 bounce's baseplate would be interesting on Teapot Paradise. Now as for Dination. It's an interesting round because killer meters can change, depending on how many players at the server. As for an example, Harken is an insane killer because she can heal herself up to 10%, but is also in drawback because too many Harkens make her unviable, and being tangled for too long gives less benefit except the DMG boost. In Dination, there is a wall of fire, which is a zone, I think. You take 20 damage per second if you aren't in the safe zone. Aside from that, there's the other killers killing you and others. Personally, I think good killers would be Harken, Kildroid, and Badware purely cause of Bolt. Kildroid has his N1 that's 25 DMG, but it has to be manually. He also has Flight, giving him higher advantages except against Harken, primarily because Harken has Agitate plus increased N1 heart. Harken's viability is primarily N1 Entangle, maybe Agitation. Harken can easily get enraged, but too many Harkens make her unviable, because more Harkens equals faster noise drain. However, if enraged, she can possibly be in a state where she's permanently enraged by noise. Added on Entangle can heal 50 horsepower, 500 max HP to all killers on Dination, and her N1 can deal up to 31 DMG depending on her state. And lastly, Badware is only viable via Bolt, and M1 if you can chain it. Badware's Bolt can be very punishing, especially on baseplate, where you can either be knocked into the water late game, or onto the wall of fire and take significant damage on top of the Bolt DMG. Why has mainly unviable is because Firewall Bypass boosts all killers, not JS him. Now second to last, I'll explain synergies and how to use them viably. As of the current update, there are 2 synergies. In lore, they are masters of their skills, altering their abilities. So first I'll explain Carepad and some tips. Carepad is basically a green card Deck of Death. Cards you see with abilities. The abilities are Bonus Pad plus Caretaker. He has 65 max HP and 100 stam. His bonus pad changes to a care pad healing 2 horsepower per second, while having 30s of uptime and cooldown of 26. You can actually increase it to 3 horsepower per second until the caretaker effect is over. You can also farm a metric ton of points, 2p from healing W care pad and 5p for anyone healed with caretaker. One thing is, you absolutely will get targeted by good killers. On top of it, you have to not interfere when first effect happens. To farm points and get 3 horsepower per second, assuming you're the only healer, simply get a group of injured players, at least 4, onto your care pad. Then use caretaker to get at least 20p. This depends on your lobby, and isn't too consistent but viable. Now the second synergy is Love Shot. Basically she, or the IDK, uses Revolver plus Caretaker. They have 75 horsepower and 90 max stam. Their special ability, similar to Carepad's bonus pad being a Carepad healing you, is that every time you land a Revolver stun against the killer, you gain 15 horsepower. 5 horsepower gain if you shoot a wall in the music box. Also one thing, if you get to Vigilante Showdown is that Vigilante Showdown plays instead of Careless. So the main thing is, you obviously have to play carefully like Carepad, but you should try to stun the killer when you can, since Gun still deals 50 base DMG, but heals you 15 horsepower now at the cost of 25 max HP. This can also lead to you being targeted, because you can also heal others, like Carepad and Caretaker, but with a stun so you'd be a bit more annoying. You can actually use Revolver against Harken when you get tangled, because if you land your stun whilst tangled, assuming you haven't taken DMG, you can gain 35 horsepower off of that chain effort, which is insane, especially for LMS. Now lastly, I will add some tips and advice for stuff. So against Pursuer and Artful, Block and Taunt is extremely viable, since Taunt can be used to block some bleed damage and Taunt Puppets to negate DMG. Block also works on this way. It negates bleed and gives 10 horsepower and a free 10 horsepower against Artful Puppets I find what to do. Dash is also viable since you can do some really weird dash tech. However, it was patched as of the current patch. If you knew, you could have used dash on glass houses and get insane distance, unlike most killers. Added on that you can dodge Pursuer's Cleave and Badware's Bolt with it. Against some killers, try to switch between weakening spots. This can be viable against Artful, but eventually loses viability. As of now, enjoy the rest of this Love Shot gameplay against Harken. 2, I will explain how to play each killer and their abilities. I hope you found this guide useful.